Welcome to the Dungeon House, where a bunch of regular people with regular jobs gather to play Dungeons and Dragons. We aren't professionals, so if you hear food ASMR or a baby in the back, just understand it's normal. This show is recommended for those 13 and up. The music you'll hear is brought to you by William Heaton and various other artists. We're glad that you're here to share in the fun and laughter, as well as the challenges along the way. So come on into our home, take a seat on the couch, and enjoy the Dungeon House.
What's up?
Yeah, sorry that I'm not very entertaining right now, guys. I wish I would be more, but they did me dirty and changed everything up on me.
You want Hayes to entertain everybody?
Yeah,
Okay. Here we go.
he's doing a great job already. Man, he's doing better than I could. Freak.
There's something cool. There's something cool. Freak out. Say hi to your friends. Little friends. Little.
Oh, what a cutie.
Look at him go. What a man.
All right, Big Heavy. He's done his training.
He's done his due diligence.
Too heavy.
Is anyone talking? Okay.
What is it?
I guess my mic was undone for like the last minute, so I was like, why is it so quiet? Or my
I mean,
headset.
it's just kind of been quiet.
Oh,
This minute is super goofed up.
because I think we're live. All right.
Yes, we are, I'm pretty sure. And McKay's even back. He's quick.
I sped a little bit.
It's whatever.
He said.
Hold on.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're ready to go.
I just can't see David or Joy's face. Do you
Yeah,
want me to
sorry.
go over?
Would it be better to do it now or during the break?
Let's do it during a break.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so excited to play.
Sweaty and gross.
Oh yeah. You guys, one of the apartments that we help out with,
That we managed.
we manage, yeah, I guess we manage it. Their AC went out and their level of their apartment is now 90 degrees.
Oh.
90 degrees. They're just baking in there. And so we opened up a new apartment, like an empty one, and we're turning the AC in there so they can sleep with AC.
Yeah.
Because it's hot here. It's very hot.
It is toasty roasty outside. It's pretty bad.
No, I don't have AC, so I understand.
How's the lag?
Oh. It's good.
Wait, give me a second.
Mad lash. It's have to do that anytime I want to start one of our new maps. That's okay. Well, I think I've gotten that figured out. Thank you guys for joining on to the Owlbear Rodeo.
Wait, are we right into Owlbear Rodeo?
No, I'm just getting it figured out because
Holy cow, what
I-
is?
found out that Owlbear Rodeo 1 is no good anymore.
Oh, so it's Owlbear Rodeo 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Which has even cooler tools for all of us.
Yeah. The hard thing is it's just getting used to doing it. So like I need to edit this map that we're on.
Everything looks good on the podcast side.
Okay. Well, that's good.
If it starts to stink in here, it's because I took off my shoes.
Thanks for
That's gross.
11. It got fixed this minute. Yeah, had some serious sizing issues.
Do you need your dice, or do you already have the dice? You're ready. You're ready to go. I'm
Speaking
trying.
of dice, I know I told you guys about trinket trading at Evermore, right? Told you about that?
Yeah.
Anyways, but word got out that, Orla, my character, loves dice. And so last weekend, just tons of people just coming and trading me Dungeons and Dragons dice sets. Not
so
sets, but like I have a complete set and a half of new dice that I just got from random people. They're just like, "Oh, I've got a dice. Do you want to trade?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
You leave it on your costume so that way you can like swap people and stuff like that. Or do you give them like the little pieces of gold and stuff?
So I have little trinkets that I kind of collected and made. So I have a whole range of trinkets. I'm responsible to get my own trinkets. So I have everything from, dollar store buttons to little bottles that I've put glitter in, and people just go crazy for those. I've got, I don't know,
That's
little gems and all sorts of other little knickknacks, and people just come up to me like, "Do you want to trade?" I'm like, "Yeah." So anyways, it's been so fun. So
Crazy for little bottles of glitter. Not gonna lie.
I would just go crazy. Anyways, guys, I think we're almost ready to start playing D&D. Maybe just maybe, if it's good with you guys. Oh, one last thing though, I haven't set up yet. I should turn on some tunes for us
Oh yeah.
because kind of quiet. Now I need you guys to let me know if you hear something or not. If you don't hear anything, I'm going to be concerned. Start hearing stuff in the way of music. At some point. But other than that, I think we're just about ready to start. So it's been a little while. We took a little bit of a break last week and we switched days this week. I need someone to recap from last week. And I'm trying to remember. I've lost my pattern of how I did it. Wired.
Tori did it last time, she says.
She did do it last time. Maybe I'm going to ask David, would you be willing to recap us?
Sure. Last time on the Dungeon House, the group all made it to the funeral, besides Alia and Barren. The group managed to ask the Crimson Clove? What is it? Crimson... Is it the Crimson Coats?
Crimson Cloaks.
Cloaks. The Crimson Cloaks, if they would help us, and they agreed. They gave our party magical items. One being a spear, one being armor, some holy water, and one other thing I don't remember. Meanwhile, back at the Vigils outpost, Barren apparently is really good at alchemy, and was able to get some information from testing the goop that we had. After we did that, we then went and got the whip appraised. We went to go to a store first, and then it turned out that Faith could do it, or Opal could do it, and then Barren and Ren had a duel.
And I think that's about where we left off. Was just after the duel. You guys were in a alleyway. Pinky, you had just recently flown to kind of figure out if you can find word of a Tsigani somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
So I think you also mentioned something about wanting to perform, though I did not hear you last. Is that true?
If I was flying to find the Tsigani, it didn't really matter. It was just something for Pinky to do in the meantime. But you can go with the other one.
So, from what I remember, you were able to locate whereabouts. You heard through the grapevine, as you would say, that there's a Tsigani member, a member of this faction, in the city. They're in the Breadwall district right now. It's at this point, after you get this information, you're heading back to your group. You finally see them. You see Ren and Barren. They look a little more sweaty than usual, a little more perspirated. And everyone else is just kind of standing around looking at them. Kind of weird, but that's the scene that you walk in on.
Cool. Pinky will just kind of fly forward and address the group at large and say, "So I got a lead on this in Tsigani. They're in the Breadwall district."
Great, let's go. And I'm gonna grab my bag and just start moving.
To the Breadwall district.
So you guys continue to walk forward. You were just on the outskirts, kind of in between the Aventi Plaza and the Breadwall district.
I'd like to stay several paces ahead. That's okay.
Perfect. You have long legs. It seems they seem adequate at keeping a pace a little ahead of others. As you all kind of fall into a line, is there anything else that you guys would like to do as you're traveling to meet the Tsigani, or are you just booking it?
If there's a general store along the way, it'd be good to probably stop by if we could.
With knowing that they are doing curfew during the day in the Breadwall district, if you're going to stop at a general store, you'll have to do it here in the Aventi Plaza. And with knowing that, you're able to kind of a little bit backtrack, kind of more diagonal rather than heading straight to where you want to. And you're able to find a fairly easily a general goods store. You walk in, there's a older, just plain human man. He's kind of getting that male pattern baldness on the top. And a little bit of a facial hair. And he sees you come in and says, "Hello, welcome to my store. What may I do for you?"
Adaliade? Do you have some money for some torches?
Yes.
Can I borrow some?
She's gonna kind of lean over to him and be like, how much for torches?
Torches? It depends. There's a lot of different things that go into a torch. What kind of torches are you looking for? Something that lasts a long time? Are you looking for like slow burn, or just are you normal run of the mill torch?
I think we would like just a good quality, something that would work well. Underground, right? So that would work well underground, and yes, for a long period of time.
Perfect. Just a simple torch. It'll just run you 1 copper piece.
We'll take 200.
I sadly don't have that many in stock. I probably only have about 15. I know that a lot of places have been going out of torches fairly quickly, as apparently people are going to be up in the the neighboring districts during the night. So 15's about all I can do.
What do you need there?
I need 7 to restock what I've used.
Does anyone else need torches?
I would, if you're going to purchase them, I would purchase them soon because people I hear are selling out of them quick.
Okay, we'll take 15, please.
All right.
Do you have lamp oil as well?
Okay, we should have some lamp oil. We just want a couple of flasks. I think we have about 4 flasks of lamp oil still.
I'll take 2.
That'll be 2 silver pieces.
Good thing I have exactly 2 silver pieces.
Also, I think this goes without mentioning, but we don't know how long we'll be down there, so if you need some rations or food, probably should purchase that now.
Chase. Sorry, quick question, Chase. How many rations do we start out with? Or like, what do you have from the Vigils?
I'd say if you don't have any written down from your backstory already, you should have some from your backstory, like starting equipment. Some people I know didn't get that, but I'd say 10 to start off with. 10 days.
People have a water skin as well, I'd say.
Yep.
Sounds good. Just checking.
Just start off with that. And just so you guys know, the way that it'll work, whenever you guys are traveling through wilderness areas or even through dungeons, places where it's not, easily assumed that you can get this normal food, basically rations will be what you have to pay to have a long rest. Every time you take a long rest, just check off 1 ration, and that way we can kind of keep track of how much you guys have. So it's up to you guys to kind of keep track of that. But I hope with that, I'll try to remember you. We can have a little fun with some of the survival aspects of this campaign.
How much is a ration?
Rations, they run you 5 silver pieces per.
Adelaide's currently checking dinner, but she said that she'll pay for everyone, for everything, whatever we need.
Haha.
Hey, if Adelaide's paying for everything, what's the most expensive thing in the building?
Mops within reason.
Hey, all right.
Only what can fit in Pablo's bag.
Within reason.
Like a diamond necklace? Is that reasonable?
This is a general goods store, sir. I don't really carry that sort of thing. If you're looking for diamonds, check a jeweler. I think there's one like just 2 streets down. I know that they're used a lot in spells to bring people back to life. But
all right. We won't torture the poor general business store owner.
Why Adaliade will pay for everyone to restock, like if you have like a dungeon, what is that, like an explorer's pack, or like any of those basic things, rations.
I also get another real flask.
Yeah, that'll just be 1 silver piece. So
they come in here.
Wait, so 15 copper pieces, 2
15.
silver pieces.
3 silver if you're covering Ren.
Yes.
3 silver pieces. And I think that's all you had. You guys have rations right now. So I think that's about it. So in total, 4 silver pieces and 5 copper. Don't you love managing your money? It's so fun. With that, you guys, I'm assuming, head out. Is there anything else that you were looking to purchase before you left? Okay. You guys grab the rest of your stuff and you start heading towards the Breadwall district. It's fairly easy for you to get there. There's not very many people on the roads through the Breadwall district. Whoever's kind of heading the search for the Tsigani, once you've gotten here, I'd like you to investigation check. See if you can kind of track down rumors, or if you'd like to try to persuade people that you like knock on doors, ask them if they've seen them. You can use a persuasion check as well in helping figure out.
I think you would like to do the persuasion check. I rolled a 1. Plus 5 is 6.
A lot of people aren't opening their doors. The knock, but not people. Not a lot of people are just willing to talk right now.
Someone else want to try?
What do I have to do?
Do investigation to try to figure out
I'll do that.
where the Tsigani's at.
11.
11. With 11, it takes a good amount of time. You're getting to the point where you're worried that you might just have to pass on it and just head to the meeting point with Brigadier Haws. But this vows you're going to give up your search. Ren, you notice that brewery that you guys had stopped in previously, as compared to a lot of the other establishments that are closed down and dark, this one's lights are on. Kind of catches your gaze. You beckon your comrades to come, and you head towards the BDBB. And as you approach, you can hear what sounds to be the voice of an elegant woman talking to the owners of the establishment that you'd met prior. The door is still kind of cracked open, lights spilling out as the day's just barely starting to think about turning to dusk.
Okay. Yeah, when I call people over, I'll also let's go to the BDBB, and I mean maybe some of the locals will know where the Tsigani are at more than we will. It's worth a shot. So yeah.
Perfect. As you guys head that direction, you open the door to the outside. The still same inlaid door with the dragon just chugging down a big old pint of ale on the front. Or wait, no, I think it was the dragon was breathing into the pint of ale, like his breath weapon, if I remember correctly. Entering in, you catch familiar sights, like you've previously seen. The oven behind you, though the smell of bread does not hit your nostrils like you previously had experienced. Though it does seem that a lot more of the ale is being used up. As you can see, a lot of dirty tankards sitting on tables around. And you actually find a good amount of people in this establishment. A lot of the common folk have sought refuge during their day here. Though they aren't able to necessarily eat the bread, they can drink the mead, which is like bread water. It's liquid bread, in a sense.
Sounds delicious. I just gotta throw that out there.
Yeasty, and it's great.
Bread juice.
Yeah. But there is one person that takes you back, like, oh, this person does not belong here. It's that woman lady that you heard the voice of as you were approaching. She's talking to some of the locals at one of the tables. She herself has a drink. The thing that sticks her out, so looking like a normal elven woman in her middle age, almost kind of creepy in later years, kind of starting to get gray hair.
Did you say creepy later years?
Creeping towards her later years. She's creepy and she's in her later years.
Okay.
She's a witch. No. No, she's like post middle age impressionism. She's wearing kind of a shawl-esque wrap around her upper body, made of a lot of different colors. You see a lot of reds, blues, yellows, golds, greens, just like an amalgamation of different colors. Some black, some even white. It's very bright and not a normal apparel that you see. It covers, like I said, her upper body, though it looks like she has normal traveling clothes underneath. The only other thing that kind of really is distinct about her is that her eyes shine with a golden glow as well. Not like they're actually glowing gold, but they're like a golden color. What would you guys like to do? She just seems like she's having a friendly conversation with some of the town people, asking them questions along the lines of, so, when did it start? How have you been? What's it been like? Things like that.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. But, it almost peed on them.
Oh, that's gross.
So, I think the first thing that you guys might have noticed with Barren is kind of coming in here, he was kind of stiff towards everyone, I think. Like just walking, just trying to stay kind of ahead of everyone and just not really talking much. But I think Barren will just go ahead and approach just right away and just say, "Can I have this seat?"
It's not mine to give, but if you'd like to take it, you can.
I'll sit down.
Takes the chair.
Literally just picks it up and walks out the door. Steals chair. Can you hear McKay, by the way, guys?
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to change a baby and he's not wanting to be changed. So,
The change has to come from within.
What? Don't you externally change the baby?
Yes.
I'll turn to the person that's. How many people are at this table? You said there's another one.
There's two.
I'll turn to them and say, "Leave."
Make an intimidation check.
I'm so bad at those.
You can, in this sense, probably use your wisdom.
Barren is bad at intimidation?
Yeah.
I didn't think I am. I'll tell you that much.
If I use my intimidation, it's 16. If I use my wisdom, it'd be 19.
As soon as you sit down and say that, both these common folk just stand up and they look like they don't want to be stabbed, and so they move very quickly out of the way. The lady, however, kind of looks at you and says, "Well, that wasn't very nice. I was in a conversation with them."
Maybe they're not the nice ones.
No, I'm pretty sure it's you. You
Behind
look,
Barren and agree with the lady. Yeah, that wasn't very nice of you.
Me and my companions need some answers.
I would definitely love to provide if I can. Have you ever met with the Tsigani before?
No.
Well, we collect stories, we collect understanding, and we save them to be able to pass down and help other people gain knowledge as well. What would you have a question about?
What can you tell us about this? And I'll reach into my pocket and unfold the artwork of the
As you kind of unfold the page that you ripped out the book depicting the siege of Havnok that took place over 900 years ago. You lay it onto the table. She looks down and is like, "Oh, that's quite interesting." I don't have this memorized or anything, I think, like this memorized. I will have to, as they say, kind of tap into my sources. And she'll start unwrapping the shawl that is kind of over her head, just showing that she has kind of normal, like, hazel hair. And she'll take one of the strings in this different patchwork, and she'll pull it out as she's kind of like filing through them, almost like you'd file through like a filing cabinet. She finds one, grabs it, and starts pulling it out until it's about a foot out of the tapestry, and then she kind of holds it, almost playing with it in her fingers. And after a second, she looks back at you, and this isn't something that I've recorded. This is much older. I suspect this is a depiction of the last siege of Havnok, or the siege of Ryuli, technically. Sorry, I've gotten distracted. There's things going on. But let me regain my composure. So, what I can tell you about this, she tells you, kind of going through a lot of the same things that you'd been previously told or found out. That Ryuli was one of the last kind of strongholds for those who believed in the usurper gods after the Praxum. A lot of people believe that once that event happened, everyone just got everyone that believed in the usurpers just got completely destroyed, removed, which is in actuality not true. What truly happened was a lot of the gods were gone, but a lot of the people subsisted, and it took a long time for that to eventually, come to fruition, whether they were destroyed or whether they went into hiding, things like that. And Ryuli, for almost 200 years, after that event, continued as their society prior. My wife's here! What's that sound?
It's Loki.
Oh, it's Loki? Okay. Anyways. The people back then worshipped what we would call demons. Is there anything other specifics that you would like to know? Or was just showing the kind of a depiction of the event as it was drawn? It doesn't look like it was dated to the same time. It looks maybe it was an artist's rendition later on.
Opal sends the crash through the wall.
This shadow that's standing behind the man, is that one of those demons that they worshipped?
Maybe not necessarily a demon. I'm not an expert on that field, though I do have some adequate knowledge. Give me 1 second. You see her kind of flip over the tapestry, pull the string that she had out back into her weave, and then starts thumbing through it again, finding one that's more of a blackish color. She pulls that one about a foot out, holds it in her hand. From what I can tell, most demons can summon / create some, have a basic underlying followers. Not necessarily followers is correct. Henchmen, I'd say. What you're probably seeing here is a very basic demon who isn't necessarily even, it's a kind of more of a quasi-demon. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I said, it's not my, I have some of the information, it's not my real forte. What I would say is it's demon related. Yeah.
Do you know who Kruvest is?
Kruvest?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing I just looked into that thread of memory, because that was actually the same place that was contained. Kruvest isn't necessarily a person. It's more of like a type of demon. One that's specifically of pestilence. There's not just one set demon over all things. Things are kind of breaking up, and there can even, things are broken up. And a lot of those things kind of fall under multiple different heads. Kruvus were quite highly ranked in demon society, from what I can recall. But what my tapestry is helping me to remember. Is there anything else I can help you with, or?
I imagine the whole group is kind of like gathered around.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
What can you tell us about the practice?
Now that could be a long discussion. Sadly enough, a lot of the things that we even know about the Praxum didn't really survive throughout that time. Though I can tell you basically there's almost like a cosmic force that you can believe. A lot of people, and even some I've heard, believe in, called Providence. And it's believed that Praxum was basically, the world got into a situation that couldn't really fix itself, so this force, this Providence stepped in and just, put it back at least on a path.
I'm sorry, but what are those threads that you keep pulling?
Oh, this? She almost has it in her lap, kind of like a blanket. These are what we call our memory weave, or our memory tapestry, you could almost say.
I thought you meant hair weave.
Not quite. Some young Tsigani, they're small enough that they can do a hair weave with it. Not an in thing for those kids, but No, as you continue gaining information, you just keep adding strings. We have a spell that allows us to basically, in some ways, extract our memory, putting it into a string, which we then use to fashion into our tapestry. After I'm done discussing with these people today, I will take my tapestry and all the information that I've gathered today on this event. I will color code it by dyeing it after I've extracted it from my psyche. Yeah, my spirit. So,
Reminds me of a show that was not very good.
anyways, well, if you have no more questions for me, I have some questions for you all, if that's all right. It's kind of how it works. I give something, and then you give something in return. Are you all right with that?
Depends on the question.
Yeah. If I may, I feel like I've provided some information, though a lot of it's kind of more general stuff. I'll just ask some general questions. Who are you all? What are you doing in the city?
We're Vigils.
Interesting. Vigils. Ran into them a few times.
We're here to visit people and hopefully learn more about the sickness, if not stop it.
That's very interesting. What have you learned about the sickness thus far?
Learned that it's spread by little kids. Some crazy being. I don't remember exactly what Barren said it was, but disguised itself as a little kid, and it was playing with the other little kids, and at night it would go and it would feed the corrupted bread to other people, and it would spread the sickness that way. Something about some dark presence being under the city in the catacombs. I don't know. Opal can tell you a little bit more about that one. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, this might be something that might pique your interest if you're looking into the catacombs or to the undercity. Just a little tidbit. The place that we're sitting on, as well as the Smiter's Quarry, back in the Riuli days, since that's what you were asking about, used to be actually the richest and wealthiest portion of the city. Though after the siege, it was the place that was laid the most bare, and that's why it has become more of the poorer district nowadays. So, a little bit interesting, huh?
Yes.
But, another question. And she'll turn to you, Ren. Say, where does your clothes come from? I have not seen very many of the people here wearing style.
Where do you shop?
Where do you get that? That's a nice drip.
Yeah, it's pretty underground, lesser known. No, I'll say I wear the customary clothing of my people. I hail from the village of Bawuli. It's just south of here.
In Lena, I take it?
Yes, I think.
Well,
I'll say it's on the coast south of here.
what would make someone like you leave a place like that?
I guess there's always reasons to leave. I I love learning new things. That's a lot of what drew me out here, was to learn all I can. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think Ren's maybe like feeling a little intimidated, a little uncomfy.
You kind of lean over towards Ren a little bit and be like, maybe you could ask her about the disease.
Oh, good idea. Oh my gosh. Real quick though, does she seem like a good person?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 20. Man-made 20.
Though she does seem a little off-putting, you can tell that it's mostly because her life's work has just been going around asking people questions and trying to gain information.
She's a nerd.
So she's a nerd.
Yeah, she's a learner for sure.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
But she doesn't seem to harbor any ill intent towards you or other people here.
Okay.
She's a nosy, not self-lady.
She doesn't seem like she wants to hide anything. She's just hoping that she can talk to someone who's actually interested in learning or hearing any of the things that she has to say.
Well, I just said I love learning, so we are getting along great. Here's what I will say when Adaliade reminds me of this amazing opportunity. I will say, I'll ask, in your travels, in your exchanging of stories and tales, have you ever heard of a sickness that makes someone cold and with time they just are reduced into death?
Interesting.
Nothing can warm them. They eventually go blind, and just eventually they're just all gone.
So you're saying the symptoms are blindness, chills, and eventual wasting away?
Yes. In my village we called it the frost gaze decay. I know that's not an official name. But I was just that's one of my driving forces of leaving my village is I've got to help some people that are afflicted in this way.
Well, that makes sense. Let me look. She'll go to kind of the other end of her tapestry, finding more of a greenish thread. She'll pull that one out, sit there for just 5 seconds. Let me do a history check for her as she does her best to recall information that you've asked on. She rolled with a 10. She kind of comes back to you and says, I don't have anything particularly under diseases with that case. Though what's the very interesting thing to me is the idea of them getting cold. I know that from what I can remember, the area that you are from is quite tropical.
It's very warm, yes, especially compared to here. And nothing can warm them once they've started to cool down. I can imagine my little sister right now bundled up in blankets and in coats, still shivering.
That's interesting. So my speciality, in some ways, kind of is around natural phenomena that happens throughout the world. This seems, in my best case scenario, not abiding by the natural laws if it's something that serious. I would like to do more research on that. I'll tell you what. I'm here in Havnok, learning what I can about this scenario, and I found similar things of the disease that they have here is not a disease at all, but seems more of a curse. I almost wager that's probably what you're running into. I'd like to do more research into it. Your village is the name's Bawuli?
Bawuli.
Well then, I might have to travel there after I'm done here, and see if I can understand. I'll see if I can also get some connections about any sort of reasoning to that. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for your help as well. I hope that you do make it to Bawuli eventually, because I am sure there's a great deal of stories for you to hear.
Love that. I don't think your place in the world has been explored enough. I think with that information, that covers up anything that you would owe me in return for information or stories. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You say that you're here to learn about what's going on?
I was passing through the area when I heard reports of what was happening, and with me being the closest Tsigani, it fell to me to gather as much information on the situation as I could.
We're about to go down into underneath the city to some of the lower levels. If you want to learn, you could join us.
I mean,
You might die though.
I am planning on staying up here, learning from what these people can tell me, as well as someone who, I don't know, you just gave me a little bit of a bad impression when I first met you, to be quite honest. Let me think about it.
You just get rejected for dating.
I wasn't asking her on a date.
You still rejected.
But if it was a date, I'm joking.
He got
Um,
slam dunk rejected. Almost what?
I'm gonna check in the back. I'll be back. I'm gonna move back behind the bar.
you just go to Sal's like, hey, wait, no, okay. Let's just walk past. Well, I do think it'd be interesting to explore that area. My focus isn't necessarily in fighting, it's just kind of turned to the rest of you. I think I probably could help out in some regards, but if it's up, honestly, I think I will stay here if that's okay. But I would be very much interested in what you learned. If you are to return, I would ask you to please come by this establishment, the Black Dragon Bakery and Brewery. I'd love to hear your story. With that, as you guys are kind of sitting here getting ready, it's getting really close to the time that you guys need to meet up with Brigadier Haws. You don't have terribly much time left. Is there anything else that you'd like to do here before you are to leave and head and meet up with her?
I have a question for the person, but I'd like to ask in private.
Oh, interesting. Of course. Just so you know, my name's Gwendolyn. I haven't introduced myself to you. What's your name?
Opal.
Ooh, that's a name with power from what I can remember. So you have a question as you both kind of leave the group that's around the table. If you guys would like to, you can also procure drinks here before you head out. Anything along those sorts. So, you had a question?
Yes. Gwendolyn, you're someone who has way superior knowledge to myself, and I admire that. And respecting our differences, I ask that what I ask be confidential, which I know you will.
I don't have to tell anyone what you've asked. I will record our conversation, though, just so you know.
That's
We usually have a policy once, if it seems to be something that would hurt someone or defame them, we usually don't love spreading that. Our job isn't to be gossipers, it's to help record the history and just tell it how it is.
yes. Record truth from
Exactly.
many perspectives, as much as we can.
You seem to understand very well.
Yes. I was curious what you knew about the hero of lilies.
Real blues. Like, give me 1 second, just so that way I can make sure I'm refreshed up as much as I can. She will go through her tapestry, pull out a almost white, cream-colored string. She holds it. She'll eventually say, I wonder if you're asking, from what I can tell, you are a knight of the Triquetra, and you do have the name of the hero of lilies, from what I can gather. Though that isn't an uncommon name for your oath.
Yes.
The hero of lilies is someone that has served the people of the Havnok for a long time. From what I can understand, they're the ones that are tasked with the continual assurance that of the divine gate. And there's been different heroes throughout the times. Though the Triquetra don't necessarily love sharing crazy information about their hero. From what I can tell, I've heard of a story of a time that this hero of lilies had an encounter with a Tsigani, and it was recorded down. It was just passing on the street, and was able to ask a few questions. From what they can gather, she was nice. And looked like she was going about doing good. If there's anything else in particular you want to know, I could try to dig up more, but just a general.
No, that is helpful. I was curious if you knew when the last hero of lilies was here.
Well, it looks like the last here in Havnok or here in the world.
World.
In the world. Our records say that about 75 years ago was the first reporting of that hero. Not terribly much was necessarily known about her. So she seemed to be able to go about, and a couple of instances said that she traveled to the city of Colonia and in search of something that was held in a tomb there on the same island. But that's where her only instance of ever being in contact with a Tsigani was, and I haven't gotten any more information since my last encounter with someone of my order. what I can remember. So.
Okay. I think that's all my questions.
Well, good. All right. Well, with that,
Barren would like to do two things. That's okay.
no, that's fine.
Number one is he wants to take a short rest.
Good deal. Can take a short rest. This conversation's been longer than 10 minutes. So
Yep.
You're
Can
good.
we all take the short rests?
Yes, you can.
Yay.
And then while I'm in the back, I'd like to grab a handful of those water pellets.
The water pellets are put into the flour, so they're not like they're just like spitting out. They leave them in the bags of flour that they get.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to just search. You'd have to do a search if you're looking for like a container. So
Hey, where do you keep those water pellets for the vigils?
you're asking us to give you water pellets.
Yeah.
Is that a ask or is that a demand?
Well, you decide that.
This
One she doesn't like me.
Now, this is the little gnome lady at the front that kind of walked back, kind of poking her head to try to figure out what Barren's doing back there. You can see that she's kind of shakily saying underneath her breath, "Sir, those aren't to be given out. We spent a lot of money to have those."
Whatever. Hey, let's go.
You and the gnome lady?
You know, you guys as a party. Okay, so there's nothing else that you guys would like to do there. You all leave the BDBB. And as you guys are heading out, each one of you have kind of just a sec to just kind of remember and think about the things that you've been able to learn and accomplish before your journey towards what will be a string of challenges, most likely. You've learned a lot about what's happened in the city, what has happened in the past, and a little bit about what you may be facing down there. Though there is still a lot of kind of questions and doubts in your mind on what you may run into, you all are able to kind of gather the resolve that, you know, you have been given the task to see this through. And as you all have that thought come to your mind, I would like each and every one of you to level up to 4th level.
Wait, what?
Okay.
So take a few minutes and
Is it break?
level up. Wait, before we go to break, let's roll for health.
For clerics?
Here we go.
Let's start with. Do we want to start with the people here with me, or do we want to start with those that are on
Those
Discord?
online people, why not?
Ren, let's start with you because you're the topmost left person for me.
Okay. All right.
Roll that.
I have a D10. That's a 1.
Reroll once.
Reroll once.
We reroll once. That's part of the rules.
4.
Take it. Bless your constitution. Next up, it will be Pinky.
All right, here we go. She has a D8. That's a 5.
That's pretty good. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Add that with your constitution. Take that hit points out of here. David, I would like you to roll Alia's hit points.
I have a D6 and I rolled a.
It's
You're
really hard
quiet.
to hear
You're
you.
really, really quiet.
All right. I was just hearing myself. Let me. I was here. Is that? Tell me when it's like way too loud.
Keep going.
Okay.
Right there.
Right here. Right there.
Yeah.
That good? Alright. I was gonna say I was just hearing myself in the just twice, and so I was like, oh, I gotta turn that down. I rolled A5.
That's
So,
pretty good for a sorcerer.
D6. Yeah.
That's really good.
So. And then plus my constitution.
All right, Kyle.
All right. Let's see what happens. Put up. Ah! 5.
That's not bad. It's what you would have gotten if you hadn't rolled. If that
Yeah.
makes you feel better.
Still. Holy crap.
All right. Next up, Opal. I'll roll a d10. Yeah. It's a 2. That's the deal. I'm sorry. It's a,
Oh, look at Dan!
I'm sorry, Faith.
Don't do this to me!
I'm so sorry. This is the hard thing about doing rolls. Sometimes you get a 10, sometimes you get a 2.
I'm just gonna walk home.
Good thing I drove my seat.
Sometimes the DM sleeps on the couch.
Adelaide, roll that d8.
Eat.
Wow, that's
I
pretty
see
dang
lucky,
good.
lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Next time I get punted across the field by a metal bull, I'll have a little bit more luck.
You'll be able to take 2 punts instead.
Yeah,
of
2
just one.
punts.
And Barren, would you be willing to finish us off?
I will. D10, right?
Yeah. 3.
Not too good.
Actually, those what I mean.
I'm sorry.
She's been working out.
Getting
Carrying all those shopping
squishy.
bags.
Squishy, you gotta find a workout registrant.
To buy more shoes.
You want this?
Very excited.
No, no. Need to buy more shoes. That's fine.
Carry around.
All right, with that, let's go to break for as quick as we can, so that way we can get as much stuff as we can done. Just take a couple of minutes. Once everyone's finished leveling up, we'll jump back on. Oh, please away.
You want him?
Yeah.
You just woke up. You might be festive. All right, I'll take us to break.
Yeah, but maybe just fall back asleep.
Hey, sir.
Level up. Level up. Level up. Level
Whoa,
up.
big cough. Big cough. Just
Not even like slots or anything.
Yeah, neither did I.
Messed up.
I'll be back. I gotta check my meat.
Hate this game.
All right. Well, you
But,
guys about ready to start?
Start without me if we want to start. So don't stress me. I just realized my camera was off this whole time. Start without
No
me.
worries. Okay. Well, you guys leave the DBB, somehow getting more powerful as you exit the doorway. That's okay. While you guys are heading towards the guard's house with the here in the bread district, is there anything that you guys would like to do along the way?
No, I don't think so. I think we're okay, right? Yeah, very good.
I'm good.
If there's nothing that you would like to do, the journey is brief. You eventually get there, and it's not that big of a deal. You're rolling dice for reasons. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to figure out some stuff.
Did you figure it out? Did you count all of them? Make sure you count all of them.
I really like that app. It's
How's the child?
He's not crying. It's not so big. Remember last time? We were putting music like this. I think like
He has little chunky legs. Hey, dude, that's not nice.
he choking strong. That's not the same.
You were rolling a lot of dice, sir.
I am.
What the condition is.
We instantly leave the brewery, and it's like, you thought you weren't in the dungeon already?
Makes me take your frustration on my toe. Keep me.
You know the
Okay. As you guys make your way to where Brigadier Haws is, you see her already waiting outside of the guard's house. She is flanked by 2 other Crimson Cloak members. As you approach, she says, I'm glad that you're able to make it. Are you prepared?
As prepared as we'll ever be.
Let's go.
Is there any space particular that you guys would like to enter? We have a location that we know about that enters into the sewers that will lead us more towards where the ruins deeper down are.
I would rather take that direction.
Can you turn up the hair, David?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is that better right there?
That's good.
What'd you say, Kyle?
I can barely hear David. I can hear everybody else well, but barely David.
Can you turn me up?
Yeah, turn him up on Discord.
Oh, maybe I've been muting David. Apologies.
Dude,
Okay.
this is so annoying.
I turned David up.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not surprised. I am pretty.
I mean, I have done it before, depending on the person.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for that.
So, as you guys continue forward, are you all you good with following her to the location that she knows the entrance of the sewers?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Falling.
You eventually make it to what looks to be a rather large grate in the ground, kind of in a central area. Outskirts. At this point, you see people are starting to kind of leave their houses. You open up the grate, and then Brigadier says, "Now it'll be dark down there, so just warning you, be careful. Stay close together." And so each one of you enter into the confines. You are basically, almost feels like you're transported into a different realm. The stink hits your nostrils and it is pungent.
Oh, come on, Moss. Not again.
Hey, Barren. If it was me, you'd all be down on the ground right now. This is probably coming from you.
Probably right.
What little light is being shown from the grate lights up two paths with a central, almost ditch carved out of it. What you can tell is this used to be an old path, probably leading through some fortress of a bygone era, though recently they've taken and harrowed out the center of this hallway, making it into a ditch that can be used to move the city's sewage. The path extends into the blackness both ways. You both all look around, kind of catching your bearings. Would you prefer to head north or south?
Is there, before we make a decision, Moss would just like to look around and see, like, if there's any, like, scratches anywheres or things going on.
Any scratches?
Like traction, like people have been going in that direction.
How is this lit up?
Right now you only have the light from the grate above. You have not lit any torches yet.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Hold on, I'm gonna do a little something. Okay, I'm gonna cast light on my shield.
Okay.
So that means that we'll have bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet. So I'll do it. That should cover us. Okay.
So what do you cast it on, Opal? So with the two shield torches, you feel pretty lit.
Why did we even buy torches? We just have you guys.
That's
You guys have brightened the area around you, encompassing enough to be able to contain your whole group as you travel. Moss, you were wondering if you could see any signs. I'd like you to do a survival check.
Okay, Moss is gonna make a survival check and then go check his movie. 12 plus the square root of survival. 15. 15.
With that, you can tell that there are what looks to be foot markings passing on the other side from the grate. They look to be somewhat humanoid, but you do recognize that they seem to have almost claws on the ends of their feet. Like, it's humanoid-esque in shape, but also seems to have claws. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they look to be heading south.
Okay. Moss is gonna say they're going south as he grabs his food.
Wait, we want to go the same way as the things with claws? Okay. I assume like everyone just like looks at Ren. Okay, sorry.
So just so you guys know, depending on where you're trying to go, right now you're in the bread district. To the west is the the Spider's Quarry. To kind of the northeast is the Venti Plaza, where you guys' headquarters are at. To the south is the wharf. To the southwest is the Jade Towers district, and way to the north is the Beard Peaks. I want to say I call them. So, huh?
Wasn't the evil presence supposed to be near the Spider's Quarry, right? Is that? Yes, just trying to get my lore.
Spiders.
Okay. Cool. Then Pinky's going to point in the direction wherever the Spider's Quarry is supposed to be. I don't. Maybe she wouldn't know. I have no idea. Would Pinky even know which direction that would be?
From where you gathered, it's to your west. Right now, the normal options you have is to the north or to the south.
Okay. Cool.
And which ways do the claws go?
To the south.
Okay.
They lead from the north towards the south.
Okay. Are we following the claws?
That's what we came here for.
Okay. Just making sure. Whatever. Let's go.
Fun up part. Do shadows have claws?
Or it's a spider. We know that those are down here. Or actually, I don't know. It could be a kid with really long fingernails. We know that those are down here too.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of things down here. That's scary.
Perhaps you're right. I didn't ever see claws when we were fighting those shadows.
Brigadier Haws will say, yeah, there's plenty of different things that will be down here. Our best bet is to just pick a direction, whether or not we feel like it's right or not. That will determine what's probably right.
All right. Flip a coin. I don't have an actual coin.
Well, roll. You have dice. Just odd or even.
Odd or even?
Odds. What's odd?
Odds is north.
Even is south.
Yep. We're going even. So south.
Okay.
We'll just start taking off.
I received training on dungeoneering from the Vigils a little while back. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I have advantage on perception and investigation checks made to detect the presence of secret doors and saving throws to avoid or resist traps. So maybe I should go first?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Just don't let the shadows hit you.
Before Pinky's going to put a arrow on the wall with her chalk, just pointing up where we entered.
Good plan.
And then, real quick, Alia has a pen and paper. Are you okay if I make a map of our thing, Chase?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Dumb idea.
I was like running around. I was like, oh, Alia has this. Let me make a map. And then I was like, my notebook. Where's my notebook? So which direction are we traveling?
South. And Pinky will also make a mark on the wall, indicating that we headed that direction.
Which way we're traveling north? Is that right?
South?
South?
South.
Okay.
If it'd be okay, could I take off I have a tinderbox in my bag. Could I somehow fasten that to my belt or my satchel so it's just right there to just quickly light things?
Yeah, you'll have to remove probably one of your oil flasks. your vials of oil, but you can also attach your tinderbox to where it's easily
Okay. I'll switch it out with some. Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. As you guys continue down, it's pretty smelly, but as in what comes out of a bun.
Ew.
Anyways,
Why?
no one liked that one.
I'm done playing this game.
As you continue going on, there's places where light is streaming in from different grates and vents up above. You can see where it looks like some sort of pipes bring in what is being carried.
Yummy.
And a lot of this area seems to have been retrofitted for it. It looks like as you're walking, Ren, there's a lot of places that you look and you can see that it looks like there used to be rooms off to the side that they've taken and they've walled them in with brick to make it more of a singular passageway that you're traveling down.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say that Pinky is making marks on the wall, so I don't have to say every time she makes a mark on the wall?
Yeah. Good deal. All right. Eventually, you all reach what looks to be an area that's a little bit more lit up. It looks like there's some sort of larger grate heading ahead of you. One second, I need to edit this.
Is that? Oh, it's right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing something real quick. I know it's terrible.
Is it as bad as the first time you came down here, Moss and Pinky?
It's a little bit better.
Giant spider, so no.
We just gotta make sure that we're careful, that we don't make any mistakes.
How long do you think we're gonna be down here?
So we find the kids and we stop this disaster.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Moss, why did you join the Vigils?
What was that, Barren?
Why did you join the Vigils?
I thought I told you. To have a life of enjoyment before I croak away. Never did anything fun like this. Might as well do the fun right now. While I'm still in my youth.
What about you, Barren? Why did you join the Vigils?
Yeah.
The people that I care about asked me to.
Well,
Who's
who are
the
they?
people?
Yeah.
Sister.
Your
Why?
sister asked you to join?
Yeah, that'd be good.
How old's your
Like-
sister?
Now, I'm not good with dates. I don't know.
When was the
gonna-
last? Oh,
I
yeah, go ahead.
don't. That feels sort of weird to not be good with dates, Emma. You can give us a rough ballpark, though, right?
Like 14.
Can you estimate her age? Because she's seen her before.
14 seems about right. For what's being said.
Why?
I think he's gonna nod and affirm that that seems to be right.
Why don't you know exactly how old she is? Do you guys not see each other very often?
I mean, we do. I'm just a little preoccupied right now. I like to keep my head in one spot.
Okay. Do you plan on eventually buying a house in the lighthouse to live with your sister?
Never really considered it.
I mean, there's tons of like property and houses you can buy. There's really nice places to live. So really beautiful.
I don't know if it's for me.
Well, where else would you go?
Still trying to figure that out.
Do you have any other family?
My family's either dead or gone.
What do you mean by gone?
Fled. Left the country.
Why would they have fled?
It's not at this moment that you all come up upon what you see to be some sort of clearing. Something ahead of what you guys previously have yet to discover.
Moss. Sorry, can you repeat yourself? What is this clearing?
As you approach it, you can see what looks to be some sort of bypass. In a sense, like a mid-ground for, or not mid-ground. Have like a section of the sewer that is a T or a cross to help divert the sewer running. It looks like the sewer is running south, and as you come up to this section, you can see what looks to be parts of it has been caved in to almost be looks like almost like a fortification. You see what looks to be an old fire pit sitting there in the middle of where this section used to be, as well as an old table sitting aside with some papers on it. Something smells oddly sweet as you enter into this area, almost as if there's a lot of incense that has been burned here.
Does the cave-in look like, I don't know, does it look like it was intentional and was it recent? Or does it look like it happened with all the rest of the renovations to this place?
It doesn't look like it was anything recent, though it looks like a lot of the stuff has been built upon it is more recent.
Okay.
I can see that it looks like there's even like fencing with spikes cut out from facing outwards, stacked upon the top of the rubble. As you all enter into the area, you can see what looks to be a large domed room with a central grate. You can see what looks to be a couple of statues lining the sides of the wall. It looks like this probably at some point used to be either a meeting hall or a central entrance hallway for a fort. Has been converted into a T section for the sewer, or not T section, a cross, like I said earlier.
So are there like exits on the west, the east, and the south?
It looks like there is an exit again towards the south, and maybe towards the east, and maybe towards the west. As it's a T section. You'd have to explore a little bit more to be able to get a little bit more information on what's going on here.
All right.
Does it look like this is like recent?
A lot of the work around is recent, so the chamber itself looks ancient. Same with the statues. The statues look like they're similar to the designs that you've seen of Ryuli and your studies. Well, they used to probably show prominence of this area. Now they only guard sewage as it continues to spread down.
Can I investigate this campsite that's here?
Yeah. I would like you to do an investigation check for me.
Okay. I'm not a great investigator. That's a 7.
Okay. As you approach it, it looks like there's been recent remnants of meals, though it's nothing fancy. It looks like just kind of burnt meats that aren't very appetizing. The remains of bones and of hides of some sort. It's about that moment that you would recognize the form of a creature on the ground not too far away from you. Kind of propped up a little bit against or underneath a table. You see some sort of creature, humanoid-esque, cowering underneath. Opal, are you still with Ren? Okay.
I go investigate the cowering figure. Like, it looks like someone like in trouble or like afraid.
You could say that, yeah. It's hard to tell with a 7 investigation check.
Yeah,
I would like to.
Sorry. You go, Pinky.
I was just gonna say that Pinky would like to start approaching cautiously, if of course Ren points it out.
Yeah, I won't say anything, but I'll kind of gesture there's a person hiding under here. I would probably send Pinky, or
yeah. Pinky is to approach as non-threateningly as possible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Slowly.
Nothing mean is pink. So yeah, you go.
As you continue forward, Pinky, you approach what looks to be a figure. As you get a better look at them, they've propped themselves underneath this table, trying to hide as best they can, though you can tell from looking at their face there's some sort of black ichor dripping out of them. You recognize the features of this creature to be somewhat similar to a rat, as its kind of beady red eyes and its strangely humanoid body looks at you. It says, "Please, hide. They're coming again. Oh gods, they're already here." I'd like everyone to roll initiative at this point.
Oh,
No!
Pinky, you're over here by this. When you're also over here, kind of looking. Pablo. Alia.
So, for me, it's all just a dark screen. Is that
Zoom out.
Zoom out and look around.
Well, yeah, no. It's just like I can see all the characters, but it's just like black and then like a blue.
Yeah, that's all we see Chase do. Is that how it's
Okay.
supposed to be?
Room.
Not how we, but it's okay. I realized I did something wrong.
I'm gonna have Alia kind of be right next to Pinky and Ren, if that's okay with you, Chase.
That's more than fine.
Hold up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to edit some stuff with it to be able to get it to where you guys can see it again.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can't see that.
There we go.
There
Oh.
it is.
Hey, there we go.
Rolling right now.
Oh, alright, great.
You roll it here. All right.
So I don't get what.
Let me.
Oh no, I made a mistake. Right there.
What?
Right.
Oh, super clear. Mungo. Please. Okay. Let's do 20 to 25. Any? That's okay. If not, I'm not going to complain. $15 to $20.
This was not a good roll for Kyle. I'll tell you that.
Can't I like do something for like people's money?
You have to do it before.
So wait,
If we don't
who got 12?
You do it at the beginning of the day.
I got a 14.
That's
14. Okay.
so you just and then you make
Well, actually, this one just done that. Put it in the little.
Okay. 10 to 10 to 5. 5 to 10.
I got 7.
I got a
Okay.
6.
I got
Moss and Opal, who would you like to go first?
I got a 6.
And who do we? How do we want that? What's going on here?
Dex is. I'd probably say Dex. I have a modifier of 3.
Yeah, Dex is good.
I will
Modifier
Whoa.
4.
What's going on? That's cool.
And Opal, what's your modifier?
I will go last.
Okay, Opal's last.
So Moss, then Pinky, then Opal, or the other way?
Pinky, then Moss. Pinky first.
Right through Dex.
So,
Thanks to that.
Dex, you got 4. Or got 4.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, I lied. It's just a 2. I thought it was constant.
Oh, just paying.
No, I was reading out.
You just got 2.
would you guys like to run Brigadier Haws, his stat block, as well as the guards? Would you like me to?
We can roll the guards, I feel like.
It's up to you guys. If you would like to, you can, or if you'd like me to, I can.
Up to you, Chase.
You got it, Chase. I don't really care.
Okay.
I don't want to, so I'm not gonna volunteer to do something I don't want to do.
Do what?
Run the other NPCs.
You know what? I'll run Brigadier Haws. I'm feeling a little quirky.
All right, I'll run her guards if you'll run her.
Good.
Let me send her thing. It is.
And Chase, while you're doing that, just to make sure, you said that the rat spoke?
He threw the magic.
Yeah.
We didn't use it.
It's a
The humanoid rat.
Oh, humanoid rat. It's not like a rat. It's a humanoid. Yeah,
it's a furry.
Okay.
It's like a furry.
Dude, are we furry bashing right now?
A rat furry.
Like, it's like a small, medium creature that spoke. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was envisioning like a small little rat, and I was like really confused. I was like,
Would you roll Brigadier Haws's as well?
But you dodged him and did a roll like Chase did. And then
Ren, what did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14. Yeah, I already got you done. Okay.
are you gonna call me out for the bed or not?
And then Alia,
Yes,
what were you?
I'm a 2.
You're a 2.
Yep, rolled the 1.
What are these tree things at the bottom, Chase?
What treatments?
The tree, and it shows all these. Is that for area of effectings?
Yeah, that's area of effect.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't have those.
I don't have any of the other things, but I have a tree. You see a tree?
Oh, I thought that was a bell.
I wish.
Maybe it is spelled.
Okay, Alia's at the butt. Okay, first off are the 2 guards. Both of them, as kind of hearing a voice up ahead, will kind of just get in a ready position, and will hold their actions to attack if anything approaches within 5 feet.
Then you whipped out your axe. No, whipped out the sword and
All right.
you got
Next up
you did little dance.
is some other things.
So I thought,
Okay.
what am I next? You do a little dance. I gotta know how it is.
So are we using the map?
Yeah. Can you not see it?
I'm just trying to see the rat people, but where are the rat people?
The rat person, he is not on there.
Yeah, no, I assumed he was just hiding.
I did not put him on there. I can get him a token.
No, then a dragon.
I need to see these rat people.
Dragon will go more.
For all those on the podcast, you can probably hear my.
He's scooting his way towards me. He like keeps scooting himself over there.
And then you revealed your mega awesome thighs.
Like, look at him scooting. He's like,
Right. Shooting in.
And you said that are those 3 statues in here?
Yeah, 3
You
statues.
revealed your awesome thighs.
And they're not like the gargoyle statues, they're just statues.
No, they're very similar. They're different make. They look,
Oh, they were
instead of them being like more cartoonish, these look more regal in design. All right, next up is Ren. What would you like to do?
So this rat person seems hostile, yes?
No, he seems frightened.
Okay. I just getting creeped out. I'm a little jumpy.
If you would like to attack him, you more than can.
Oh, that's
What did-
terrifying.
What did the rat person say?
Said, "Oh no, they're coming."
They're coming.
As he's
They're
like
here.
dripping out of his mouth, black ooze.
The black goo like that we've seen before.
Yes.
I'll kneel down and I'll say, "Who's coming? Who's coming?" The shadows? Something
They
else?
walk in. They walk in the darkness, the shadow. They're part of it.
Okay. Good to know. I would like to light my oil lamp.
As you light your lamp and place it down there, feel like you have a little bit more bright light just around where you're at. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Can I look around in the shadows? See what I can see?
Yeah, do a perception check. As you kind of glance out there.
That's a 23.
23, that's pretty good. From what you can see right now, how close you are, I'll give you this.
I think it's kind of very more than, which I think is more correct.
Is that all you gave him, Chase? Oh my gosh.
As you are able to glance into the shadow, you see two figures not too far away from you into a cavern as part of this cross that has been collapsed down and drained of all the sewage in it. They look like they are approaching, trying to cling to the shadows, but your eyes are too perceptive for them to be able to continually hide from you.
Okay. That's the only thing I can do right now, right?
Yeah, that's all you got.
Okay, I want to alert Pinky to the shadows coming from that corridor.
Perfect. Pinky,
Cool.
it is not your turn.
Nope.
It's other. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
did you
Good to know.
say that the word a lot is not fun for Chase because he doesn't know what okay means over there.
So now,
You know what?
Barren, it is your turn.
With a 7?
Yeah, you do. I thought it
Sure.
would. You get it.
Most people rolled low on your side.
Did Ren just alert Pinky, or did he kind of just say, like, hey, there's shadows over here?
I think. Oh, I would have said like, "Hey, there's shadows down that corridor, 2 of them," sort of something like that.
So everybody
Mostly to Pinky because she's right there, but probably everyone could have heard.
Does it look like they're moving towards the light?
It looks like they are kind of clinging to the shadows.
So they're not necessarily moving any closer?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take out one of my torches, but I'm not going to light it. I'm just going to kind of have it in my hand, just kind of ready. Ready to change.
Making sure.
That's terrifying. And I'll move. Stick to the light, everyone. If we've learned anything, hopefully they shouldn't come into the light. And I will hold my action for if any of them come within range.
Good to know.
Oh, okay. That's a little says.
All right. Pinky, it's your turn.
All right. So they're just sticking to the shadows and not like actively whacking anybody yet. Yes.
No, they're. If you'd like to try to understand what they're doing, you could do an insult check, though that will probably be the majority of what you can do. You won't be able to do it as well as it.
Right. So to Pinky's understanding, all the shadows are hostile, correct?
Yeah.
then she might just go ahead and try and shoot one.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not gonna do much though. She's gonna hold her action. She's gonna hold her action to hit one of. Actually, no. She's going to. So they're just coming from the one side over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pinky is going to.
From what, just so you know, I will draw it out so that way you can tell better. There is more than just this hallway.
Right. There's one here and one there. Okay. But she's going to. Let's see. Where's the best place to hide? I can't really tell what is on here that I could hide behind.
Really. It's hard to, if you're going to, if you want to stay in the shadow, you can hide. You could try hiding kind of underneath the table with the rat dude, if you'd like.
I'm all right, so I can hide behind a person?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Shouldn't. I don't know.
You don't
hide
want
under
to
the
cuddle up to
table.
the rat guy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if I hide under the table with the rat guy? Is that gonna be enough coverage to hide?
Yeah, you can hide like that.
Cool. Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Roll your stealth check.
That is a 16.
Good deal. Awesome. Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Cool.
Okay, next up, Moss, you are up.
All right. Moss is gonna do. Moss is gonna run over 5, 10, and so this stuff that's blocking the sewer. Just out of curiosity, how intense is this blockage?
This blockage, it looks like it is mostly stones that has been used to block it. Though, as you kind of stand on your tippy toes and look over the barricade that's been placed on top, the other side looks to be made out of wood. As if they've taken planks and boards and stuff like that and stacked them in the way to block the rest of the sewage.
Interesting. Moss would like to catch the wood that's on the other side. Moss just wants to cast the fireball or produce flame to light it on fire.
Okay. It will take a long time to burn, just so you know. It's fairly large pile of wood, but you can start on fire.
Okay, I want a fire.
I will mark that out.
Cool. Well, when you say fairly long, like, what do you mean by that?
Like it's a big pile of logs, and so for it to burn all the way through, you're looking at like an hour for it to.
Oh, an hour?
Yeah, think about like you have a bunch of pallets that are stacked up on top of each other, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and especially wood that's been densely packed to make a dent. It's going to take a.
You're talking about burn through, right? But like, if I throw the fire does it catch on fire and produce more light?
Yeah, it'll produce more light. Yes.
Okay, because that's the idea, is to put it on fire to produce more light.
I will draw a little circle saying that that's on fire.
Okay, dope.
Okay.
And that's Moss's turn.
Awesome. Okay. So, with Moss, that's Opal. You're the next one. Adaliade, did you roll? I don't even know if I didn't.
She's last. She rolled a 4.
Yeah.
He's not
She rolled
last.
a 2.
She's not last.
No. Alia and her tied.
No, Alia rolled a 1.
Uh-oh.
Alia rolled a 1 for a 2.
Holy cow. We rolled so bad.
Yeah.
Level 4!
Look. If everyone rolls badly, no one does.
Exactly. If everyone's super, no one will.
No one is. Yeah. See, it's just logic.
What did you get for Brigadier Haws? I never got hers down.
Oh, I actually didn't roll her initiative. So sorry about that. I rolled a 2 though.
You rolled it. Okay, you'll be with Adelaide.
So yeah, that's a 4. So
You'll go after Adaliade. Okay. With that, what are you doing?
Can I see the bad guys?
Yeah, you can see them over there.
Are they like previous shadow figures that we've seen before? They
Yeah. They look like the same game.
Okay. I will anime run, but I don't know how to get one X.
Looks like you are just within range of the first one.
Anime run, whatever.
See if you hit.
I have to put it in this ready.
If you're going to do two hands, you will. Well, or if you want to keep your shell out, you can just do it with one hand.
How about I do what I was thinking?
Yeah.
Anime run down, and then stop and ship bump across to the ship boom, and then swing.
Swing and then ship.
Ship bump, excuse me.
Okay, roll for damage for your swing. Or I mean, roll to see if you hit.
Oh, for heals?
No.
Not for my-
So do you have a specific ability that allows you to shield?
Oh, it's just cool.
Yeah, it's just flavor. So I'm asking for your axe. What did you get?
I got you. 14.
That will hit.
Smash. Okay, that's a one hit, so that's gonna be 8. That's 9 points of damage.
I will put that on him. Okay. Is that everything that you got?
Well,
As you run up, you use your shield to kind of push him back, and then you're able to open up enough space to bring down your axe and do a fairly large hit onto this shadow. It is seared and it seems to be not very happy with me. Yeah.
I think that's it. Oh, fine.
Well, with that, it is as the rat person next to all of you that have kind of gathered around that table, and as you're starting to look around, you notice that he's. Well, at first you almost think he's trying to say something, but then you realize that he's not saying anything at all, but he's actually convulsing.
That's gross.
As he starts to shake, you see him have this guttural feeling as out from his mouth expunges that darkness.
Great.
And at that moment, all the light within 30 feet goes out, including the spell's light. As
Oh no.
a shadow appears
It's a big shadow.
right next to you. With that, all the shadows that held their action will take their turn.
Oh, God. Oh no! Oh,
There you go.
no.
I also held my turn as well.
Yep, you will. Once they get into range of you, you will trigger.
There is one right there.
You can go first.
Okay, so I'm gonna light my torch like, right? I don't know if I can
Actually, you can't light your torch because you only can do what you can hold your action to it. So that's not part of your attack.
I can't hold my action because I just said the trigger was if they're within range.
But you said to it. You can't just hold an action. You have to say, I'm holding my action to do this.
My question then, Chase, like, are all these, when you said these ghosts held their action to now attack us,
Yeah.
so they can move and attack? Because usually when you held an action, it's just to attack and not move also.
I don't know. Let's just play D&D.
Well, what if I'm attacking?
No, that it's part of the use an object action, which you can do usually as a bonus action to
Correct.
light it.
Correct.
So that's not part of the attack to get into cement.
Okay.
And you are correct, Kyle. They would have had to approach to hit. So the only one that will be able to attack right now is the one right next to Opal.
Okay.
So the rest of the light is dismissed for the time being.
Okay. I will attack, and it's we're in complete darkness, right? Okay. So I'll attack with my whip and hitting with the torch, right? Right.
All right.
That's gonna be 12 to hit for the whip. I don't know if that hits.
That will just barely miss.
Okay, and then I'll roll for and then that will hit as well with just my piece of wood.
Okay. Roll for the
Okay, that's gonna be for the whip. That's gonna be 4 points of damage, and then the piece of wood is gonna be just 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will action surge. So I believe I can do that because that's action surging is just a free thing.
But I think you still have to do that on your turn.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll let it go.
We would have to look that one up.
Okay.
As can you hold an action and then action surge? I'd say if you had told me that you're holding your action as well action surge after that, I would allow it. But
okay,
you just gotta be a little more.
I'll go with you, but can we look it up later?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's my turn.
With that, out of the way. Adelaide, it's your turn.
I would like
Oh,
to
the music
cast.
dropped.
Who did?
The music.
Can you hear it still?
I would like to cast the Moonbeam on the dude in the middle.
On the dude in the middle?
Yeah, it's like a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
And it's a Constitution saving throw. These guys are.
Those the girls for the
Roll. Okay. He rolled a 12 for his constitution. I will mark it with this gray circle that where you can be.
Wait, so if my spell save is 13, then
It fails.
it fails? Okay, if it fails, it's 2d10, and the shadows aren't shapeshifters, right?
Not these ones, no.
Okay. Is this a 10? Yes. And an 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay, ooh, that looks pretty hefty. As this radiant moonlight streams down, it seems to do better damage than just your average attack. So, with that, actually, what type of damage is it?
Radiant.
Radiant. With that, it is completely killed. As you are able to disperse it with this light, and as it's going to light from the heavens, from Yalfoth himself, disperses this enemy.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, and that's my turn.
And Chase, my bad, real fast.
Yes.
I do got to get running, and so just for the remainder of combat, please keep Moss alive. But also, I misspoke. You're not allowed to do 2 actions, so the black figures could have used their reaction to run towards us, but they can't run and attack, so they can still move. So that was my bad.
Yeah, they were planning on. They held their action to attack.
Okay.
If anything, any of them approached. It was my bad. I should have realized that they couldn't run and attack for their whole held action. So
Okay.
I'm not going to punish you guys for that.
Just all right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Opal, I never rolled my attack against you, so I'm going to do that now. That is an 22 to hit. You will take 10 points of necrotic damage,
Oh no.
and you will lose 4 points of strength
Oh my gosh. Ay.
as you go down to 12 strength. Just so you know, that will affect how hard you can hit. So everything that you do from now on will be a -2 with strength. So your attack rolls, your saving throws, things like that, as you feel weakened. With that, it is Hawes' turn. Brandon, what is she going to do?
Okay. She is gonna turn to her men and say, Ryan, Steve, to their aid! And she will run forward. She can't really get past this like barricade, right? Or can she? This thing.
She could try to do a strength check to yeet over it.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's mega strong. Strength check. That's a 7.
Yeah, as she goes to run and jump it, she seems to get caught on it. The spiked pieces of it do 3 points of damage to her as she gets cut on the foot, as well as she gets stopped right there, is not able to cross.
She will, like gruff about it and like super strong and tough. But she kind of looks towards Steve and Ryan, her men, to kind of like, do something.
Good to know. As she just stands there, just so you know, her weapon is magical in sense of overcoming resistances.
Okay, cool.
Next up, Alia, it's your turn.
All right. So, I feel like Alia at this moment would be remembering the first fight against these monsters and just flashbacks of things that have happened in the past. And she will kind of back up this way and just kind of stumble backwards.
Okay. Having into the knee-deep sewer water as you cross that direction.
Yeah, not even paying attention to it, yeah.
All right. With that, it is back up to the top of the round with Steve and Ryan. Seeing their leader try to vault, they will do what they can. They're going to run around. Steve will get to here. Ryan will probably kind of just wade through and end up about here. With that is the Shadow's turn. Now, Adelaide, how much light is produced by Moonbeam?
It's just in that one section, and
It's dim light. Okay, good to know. With that, the shadow that attacks you, Faith, is going to try to attack you again. It will get 20 to hit. If you would take 6 points of damage, and you will take another 4 points of your strength
Oh my gosh.
as you are down to 8. So you have no strength right now.
Take a few more.
This shadow is going to run up to you, Pinky. Getting as close as he can, he's going to attack you. He will roll a natural 1. Not able to hit you. Unseen to you, though, because he rolled high enough on his stealth, this shadow will appear next to you, Ren, and will try to attack you.
What do you roll on his stealth?
What was your perception of 23?
Yes.
He rolled a 25.
Ah, man. No.
I remember. He was like the highest one. Everyone else rolled like crap, but he rolled pretty good. He rolled a 4 plus 4 to hit. It's only an 8. So the only one of these guys that's actually good is the one that's fighting Opal, which is goofy right now. Okay. So with that is Ren, your turn.
Okay. So with I'm kind of itching to try out my new harpoon. Do I get the sense that it will make thunder sounds? Like if I hit, will it be like echo through? Like will it be super loud?
Is it like a normal hit or like the big hit that we do once a day?
The big hit that I just say.
Probably, since it's a literal lightning bolt coming out. But to see if anything actually comes, like if I heard a big thunderbolt in the sewers, would I go towards that?
Yeah, see, that's how I'm thinking. Like, would it scare things away? Let's just do it normal. I'm gonna attack the one right by me with it. Let's see how we do. I rolled a 1, but I'm gonna use one of my luck points. I just took the luck point, so that's better. That's a 24.
That will hit.
Nice, bro. That's only 4 points of damage, though. So
Okay. As it will take the 4 points of damage. Nice. Not bad.
and then for my bonus action, can I do a sword, maybe?
You would have to do your harpoon.
Okay.
So if you're using your spear as like a spear, then you could do your harpoon.
Okay, yeah. So it's like okay. I want to do that because why not? Man, 11.
What was that?
11.
11 to hit. That will miss. Just barely.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that's all I can do.
All right. Next up is the other shadows. One will approach from this side. How far can he get? Can he get to you, Barren? He can. So he will. And one will come to you, Alia.
Oh gosh.
Okay, for Barren, that is a 9 to hit. That will not hit. For Alia, oh, I almost rolled a natural 20. It was this close. It was a 6. So these guys can't.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Okay.
Okay. with that, Barren, you are up.
Okay. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. Okay, I gotta. Okay. I'll move to right here real quick, and Barren is gonna start. Like he'll light his torch now with his bonus action. He'll get that up. So now he's wielding a torch in his whip, and you see him kind of doing like he's essentially moving his whip around, kind of creating like almost like a spatial barrier, kind of like he's trying to just like keep these things off, and he'll go ahead and okay. He's gonna go ahead and he'll move out of this area, this guy's space.
Yeah. So
Right over here.
You would take it. You would take it. So 5 and 3. The strength reduction still stays the same though.
Okay, so he'll kind of move around and move past these guards, forcing himself between the guards and Alia, and then he'll kind of with that same momentum of kind of moving, he'll kind of use that to like almost sort of like a dance, kind of briefly move Alia behind him, like very just smooth and just natural. And I'm going to use bait and switch, and Alia, you'll go ahead and get oh, dang it, that's sucky. You get 1 to your AC. Sorry, that's all I got. And you and me will switch places. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I will go ahead and take 2 attacks on this guy. One with my torch and one with my my whip.
So just so you know,
Oh,
there
this
is bright light around you as well, within what we say 20 feet.
Since when? There's been bright light around me. Oh yeah, because my torch. Yeah.
Do you take a attack of opportunity from that one you moved away from?
I don't
You
believe. But did they hold? Were these ones that hold their action?
It's not about holding his action, you use reaction because you were
Well, but holding your action is part of your reaction.
it's past that turn.
Oh, okay. My bad. You're good then. And I figured you would, but
That is 20 to hit.
that'll hit.
You will take 10 points of damage, and your strength is reduced by 2.
The moonbeam on here is only 5 feet wide. It's 5 foot radius, so it should be 10 feet wide.
Oh,
That would have hit me as well. So I need to take. How much damage did she roll?
you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I got 20 something.
Yeah, you
So
pass.
do I
so
take any
half
damage?
damage.
What did you roll before I was out?
It was It was 8 points of damage.
So 4 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about this, guys. I was getting everything set up. So anyway, so I'll go for my whip, and that's going to be 8 points of damage, and then my torch is going to be 1 point of damage.
It doesn't seem to do as much damage as we'd like it to. From what you can tell, it does less than it should. But the torch seems to be good for the 1 point it is.
Yeah.
Next up, infantry.
Light is there around me? Like, can I
Say
see
that again.
anything? Because I don't have dark vision.
You see the bright light that's around Barren. There's another 20 feet out from that. That's dim light. So I think the only thing that you may not be able to see is the shadow that Opal is facing right now.
Okay. I can see things. Cool. Alrighty. Then I am going to cast color spray. Well, let me see. Yeah, there's no way I can't. Okay, so I'm going to cast color spray at this guy here.
Okay.
Do you see? Okay. Let's see. So creatures need to make a. Hold on. Is there not a saving throw?
There should be. Okay. Nope, there's
Dazzling
not.
array. There's not. I was so confused.
Within a 15-foot cone from
Yeah.
where you are firing off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot it so it only gets the one guy.
So like this.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah, because I don't want to hit Opal or anybody else. So. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, rolling the wrong dice. 60-10. I'm sorry. Math. So points of damage.
60?
Can you guys not hear me?
You still can't-
36.
36? Alright.
Yeah.
That is enough. This creature is blinded by the light.
He did 36 damage.
It's not 36 damage, it's 36 hit points worth of stuff that affects
Let's see.
whatever is in here. So I'm going to put a
See,
green mark.
It's blinded. Yes.
Yeah, I'll keep in mind. I'll write down.
And then I'm going to disengage and move over. I'm gonna fly over here. Right there.
Perfect. Okay, good deal. You're out of there. Next up is Moss. Moss would probably, at this point, take a shot with some sort of crossbow, I assume. Let's take a hit. He will miss, as he rolled a 3. Next up, Opal, it is your turn. Now, just so you guys know, we do have the rule that if you do drink a potion, it is only a bonus action.
I'll drink my giant total strength.
Okay. With that, your strength becomes 22. As you drink this, whatever effect seems to be sapping away your strength seems to be removed and is replaced with a vigor that you've never felt before as your muscles tense and bulge. You feel a lot larger than you usually do. So instead of having a +3, you have a +6 to your strength right now.
I still have the minus when I do attacks or whatever.
No, that's gone. You have so like you know how this is normally not +6. It's 3 + 3 + 2, 8 + 9. So it's a +9 to hit with your axe right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna engage Radiant Soul and get crap out of this guy because he's a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna engage my axe with my charge, and also add +8 to that with radiant damage. So that's
Just so you know, with how much you are calculating, you may be able to completely cleave through a creature that's at full health using our cleaving rules, with all the bonuses that you've been given. So it may be a good idea to target the blinded creature behind you, and you might be able to swing around and get the one that you've already damaged. Roll to see if you hit.
Caesar, Opal is gonna drink this nasty toe thing, kind of gag, but then like the anime, and they grow wings.
Her hair goes spiky out. Super Saiyan. Awesome. Let's see if you are
They grew 2 feet.
2 feet taller. It's like when they just continually get larger and buffer as time goes on. Don't forget to add the damage from the Radiant Soul, which would be a +4 damage.
These dice need to be crisp.
Would you roll? You roll stupid. With this character being blinded, I will allow you to roll with advantage.
I got an 11.
I will allow you to roll with advantage on this character. They're blinded.
I got 13.
That hits. Barely, but it hit.
Get out, you trash! Don't like you. You failed me too many times. And you're new!
Alright, roll for damage. So your damage should be 2d8 one from your axe, one from your its ability to deal more radiant damage, as well as
First one wet.
so 2d8 +6 +4.
Hey,
1d8 being from its base damage, 1 being from its ability to do. Okay.
3.
So 10.
And then 1, 6.
And then +6 and +4, so 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage.
Do you know where all those came from?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the weapon's ability, its normal attack. Since you have a strength of 6 right now, you get +6 to the damage. Oh, actually, it'd be 31 because it's a +1 weapon. So you get +7 to damage, and then +4 because you have engaged shortly.
Yeah.
I'll have to go. He's gone. So with 31 damage, these guys seemingly are vulnerable to radiant damage. As you have engaged this, you are able to fully cleave, clearing out the blinded one and the one that's already been damaged behind you, as they are both killed completely.
Glowy eyes too. I was
Okay.
a bit scared. What was
With that, it is this Wererat's turn again. As he see if it comes back. It does not. He will sit there pleadingly looking at you, Ren, and just say, "Please help me, please." With that, Adaliade, it's your turn. Mine.
Let's just have her move the Moonbeam. She can move at 60 feet,
Yep. Where would you like her to move?
where she can get the most people.
I don't think any of them are right next to each other right now. And so it will
Maybe the one by Ren,
just
opposite side.
the one to the side of him, the one that's
Uh,
that guy.
yeah, that one.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, it's your turn now.
Oh, why is the moonbeam a little bit bigger?
It should be that size.
Okay, can I please move the moonbeam over to that? That doodly dude.
Bang.
Yes.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Excellent.
He did not roll very well. He will fail.
Okay, that's 7. 2d6, right?
2d1.
7 plus 6 is 13?
13. Since these guys seem to be vulnerable to this type of damage, he is completely wiped free from it.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, wait, you healed yourself, right, Opal?
Not
It
necessarily.
takes my strength and keeps control thing.
How are you faring?
I could use a little bit.
Okay, I will do a healing word on Barren. 1d4. Plus my spell casting bonus?
Modifier.
Ability modifier. Okay, so you get 7 back.
Hey, that's great.
Okay. Oh, and she does that with just like her holy symbol. Sorry, I forgot to make it cool. She does it in a really cool way. It's super chill.
Yeah. Next up, Haws.
All right. She's gonna climb. Should I make another strength check for her?
Yeah, make another strength check.
Okay, she's gonna do awesome on this one. Come on. How's a 12?
12 will be enough.
Nice.
As she uses her grit and strength to clamber over it. She's made it to the other side.
Okay. Then she is gonna run to the only shadow in sight. Or I'll make on this side, I guess. It's the one that Ren was attacking. And she will pull out her sword, whom she calls Scarlet. And she will attack the creature. Okay. First one. That's a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. That's 1d8. That's 10 slashing damage on the first attack, but she also gets another one. That's 20 to hit.
That will also hit.
Aha! And that one is 14 damage.
With that, this guy is continued. He will no longer continue his reign of terror.
She'll look at Ren after the shadow dissipates, and she'll kind of like flip the hair out of like her face. She'll say, "You're welcome." While Ren just kind of stands there like helplessly, like, "Oh, thank you." Or like this one.
Yeah.
She just comes up and like rips it apart.
Tears it in half. Alia, it is your turn.
My turn? Okay.
Yep.
So, Alia, I feel like it's still pretty terrified about what's going on. So, she's gonna back up here into this corner, right? And that'll be my turn.
Good deal. All right. Next up is Lagarde. One will run to this side. One will run to the other side as they kind of
Amazing.
team up on this guy, see if they can get themselves advantage. They'll need it, but he also rolled worse. So he got a 3 plus his not very good ability. Yeah, that will not hit. The next one It's a natural 20 on this guy.
Whoa.
Was that Ryan or Steve that did that?
That was Ryan.
Oh, my guy Ryan. Yes.
Who else would it have been?
Steve would know it.
5, 9, 10 points of damage halved. To just what it is, as it will go to 10, but it will have to roll on the lingering effect table. That is where is my thing. 1 second, guys, as I look that up.
Ryan gave that shit a bloody nose, black eye.
Take that, sir. That will be a 15. As it seems to have gotten some sort of internal injury, those tentacle-esque filaments inside of it have been damaged in some sort of way. It will have to make a Constitution saving throw if it is going to take an action in combat.
Oh,
if not, it will lose its action.
Good.
Ryan.
Freaking my goat. Okay, with that, we're back at the top of the round. Ren, it is your turn.
Okay. So this rat person is he dying?
Is he dead?
He doesn't look necessarily like he's dying, but you can see that where he has recently kind of cleared the blackness, it's starting to come back. And so you're not sure whether or not the situation will happen again of what happened previously.
So this is like the kid that we fought his demons. So I know that we can't really make him better.
It looks like you either could... This looks more severe than the kids. Like it's happening quicker. Like this has happened and going on for a little longer.
Yeah. I get the sense that like I should just like put him out of his misery. But I feel like that's not what Ren would want to do. Like he knows it's probably like best to do that, but he feels bad.
Yeah. You have the understanding that that's probably, in this sense, the better situation, or you could just leave him there. You do know, though, he seems to be producing these.
Ren will pick him up, and he'll say, I have something that'll make you feel better. No doubt. And Ren will set him in the moonlight.
Moonlight?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll take him and just kind of like gently lay him down in the moonbeam. Hoping that it just kind of like melts him away.
Good vibes will do the work for you.
Yeah, good moon vibes.
Let me look up what I'm looking at right now, so that way I can kind of the stats, so I know how much he needs to roll. Okay, his constitution is +1. He gets a 20, so he will succeed, taking half damage. I will roll damage for it.
Tori's in the other room.
I mean, if he wants to, I'll just show you. 13 halved would be 6 points of damage. He doesn't look like he has much left. He could probably only take one more hit. Though you do notice, as soon as you set him into the light, the features of him that look rat-esque turn humanoid as he goes completely into what looks to be some sort of dwarven man. As he is affected by the shape change feature of Moonbeam.
I feel like Ren is like even more bad because he didn't die right away, and now he's just like suffering. And it's like now he's not like dehumanized.
He's like melting.
Yeah, he's like a recognizable person.
He is somewhat screaming, and he is asking you if he basically says, like, through the agony and the pain, like, if you're able to find them, please help my family. I don't know where they went. They're not here at home.
And I'm like looking away and like kind of just like staring through this. But when he says that, I'll soften up and I'll still have my eyes closed, but I'll say I'll make sure that they're safe.
I knew that the end would come for me. Please, as he slowly melts away, and I'll say that that's enough to kill him. As he is no more rat man. He is just a puddle of moon juice. Anyways, next up is the Shadow. The Shadow will try to take the disengage action, and it will succeed, as it is able to disengage, is going to run as it's going to run down the southern corridor to places that you cannot see. All right. Now, here's the question. Do you guys want to pursue, or are you planning on getting your bearings, recovering, and then deciding where you're going to go? Barren, you're next up. It's up to you whether you'd like to pursue or not.
It looked like it was pretty low. Like, how was it doing?
Part of the hurt.
I don't much damage. I'll try to move more towards the center, just so my torch kind of gets more people. Man, Ren, what did you do to that guy? He was screaming.
Ren will say,
Drops.
just like looking at like the sizzling remains of this dwarf. Kind of a little, not like traumatized, but a little bit like shaken. I don't know. He's fine.
Yeah. With that, are you
just gonna keep role playing for a minute?
No, I was going to say like we're going to take it out of combat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If we're just role playing at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. As you guys decide to just gain your bearings and figure stuff out, Opal, you're still glowing radiantly. you're basically standing right on your tiptoes, ready to fight anything that would come your way. Pinky.
Fly over to Ren and yell at him. You killed him! She might even draw her bow, I don't know.
I'll say he was
Very, very upset.
he was suffering, he was dying. Those shadows were coming out of him.
Pinky, he did the right thing. Though, he should have done it a little quicker.
Alia's gonna walk up a little sheepishly and kind of sort of join the conversation.
We couldn't hear what you were saying, Joy. You lagged out super hard.
I'm sorry, we're gonna get better internet on Thursday. So, yeah, she's yelling at him. Adaliade could have healed him!
Not with this.
We tried healing with the boy earlier. Everyone's tried healing. It doesn't work.
Pinky was not there to witness what you guys did with the boy, so she has no clue that didn't work. So, just so you know. Am I still cutting out?
No, you're not.
No, you're
not.
Okay, good. So,
Honestly, Ren, I'm surprised that you actually did that.
Too, and I'm kind of regretting it.
He would have been far worse.
He probably would have, but he would have been alive, and his family could have maybe seen him again. That's a desire that I know all too well. I want to see my family members. If someone were to put them out of their misery, I don't know.
Walk it off.
So, as Brigadier Haws kind of walks up to the center place, what direction now?
I'm sure if Moss were here. I'm wondering why they've blocked off this part of the water.
I think just for a place to sleep and lay, maybe.
If you would like to do more research,
With this little fort.
as you kind of just walk around, let me clear away the fog. Where it's easily.
Hey, Adelaide and Opal, do you think you could do that light thing again? We could use a little bit more than just this torch.
Alia will
I'll just light my
cast
shield.
dancing lights.
This area seems pretty dang lit. From what you can tell, it looks like this cave system over here, kind of closer to Opal. It was a natural cave-in that blocked this layer, this path. Though you do find what looks to be a room off to the side. You can see what looks to be hay that has been laying down into beds. You can see what looks to be the spacing for about 4 individuals for comfortable rest. 2 of them seem to be smaller as they've been made as almost nests in this different straw material has been made. From what you can gather, it looks like rather than having the sewage kind of come up close to where they were living, this family blocked off the area with these with the wood, so that way they wouldn't have to have sewage in their direct area. From what you can tell, these sort of Wererat creatures must have been living down here in the sewers as a family unit. And then this one got sick. It's hard to tell where the other ones went. Though you do see signs of the footprints leading more towards the east. It's hard to know if that's the direction you want to go or not.
Which way is east?
East is the way that you tried to run when you got bamboozled by that.
Oh gosh. Dang
So,
it, my map's all funneled up. All right.
This way is north because you went south.
Yeah.
South again.
Well,
West
wait.
is what?
Well, no, isn't this way is north this way, right?
Yeah, that's north. That's what I was saying.
This one's east.
That would be east.
My bad.
Okay, all right. My map isn't all befuddled. All right.
Because you've never eat soggy waffles.
Never
Yeah,
eat soggy
let's go.
waffles, right?
No,
Yes.
it's never eat soggy waffles.
Technically,
yeah.
the left or the right could be either or. So.
Well, here's the really funny thing. It's actually towards the east that you guys are trying to go. I just had it flipped around my brain thinking west was the east way. So either way, it's still blocked off as that is the direction that
We want to go. Okay.
we want to go.
Cool.
Pablo was just really confused with what was going on. So we got a little turned around.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Well, I don't know what much use of going west would do us at this point. I mean, if we're trying to go east, it's
I'd say we keep going south. I don't.
yeah.
Where did the footprints go?
The footprints that look to be of the same Wererat type
Oh, it's there.
and
So.
heading towards the west.
I did promise that man would find his family.
We can do that later. I think we have more important
Okay, you're right. You're right.
things. I understand, but I don't know.
We need to heal ourselves.
As Opal walks up, she looks massive.
How long does that last?
Don't care.
All right.
Brigadier Haws, how long does that potion last?
It should be about an hour of strength. Though I would assume that whatever its effects of these creatures have with reducing your strength, it will negate that, so she'll go back to her normal strength after an hour.
Okay.
I
Did
think we should.
anybody else take strength damage or get strength sucked from them?
I took some, but I'm doing okay.
Since you're right next to her anyways, Alia's gonna just put her hand out and cast Lesser Restoration and try and restore some of her, maybe not all, but some of the strength.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Remind me what restoration does.
So this is where I kind of wanted to check with you and kind of what it would be is it's you touch a creature and you can either end one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
You know, with the thematicness of how I rolled this, it's almost like this is a poison that these are leaching into you, reducing your strength. And so I will allow it.
All right.
As you are able to gain back your strength through the use of a lesser restoration.
So just for future, that way it's not a we end up fighting about it later or whatever. How much do you think the lesser restoration could actually bring back? 2 points, 4 points?
I would say it says the spell ends the condition, right?
Yeah.
So it ends the condition.
Okay.
You bring it back completely.
Cool.
So you recognize, while this is something that you can use to overcome this, it will spend a lot of your second level spells.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Thank
okay.
you, Alia.
Alia just sheepishly just kind of reaches out and like touches you on the shoulder and casts Luster Restoration and just says, "No, thank you." And she'll just kind of turn and start heading towards the south.
As you all start heading that direction, now with torches lit and making sure that there's enough light around you, dancing lights from Alia sparkling above her head.
I also want to check the guy's pockets.
Roll
Unless Ren or someone already has.
I don't think anyone said it, so
It's a 9.
9. You find what looks to be a single ink pen in one of his pockets. The quill seems of relatively nice fashion. I think you'd sell for about 5 gold pieces.
Here you go, Alia. You can use this for your map.
Oh, thanks, Barren.
It smells vaguely of rat and sawdust.
Vaguely of Ren?
Rat.
Oh. It's like,
Huh? No. Okay. Well, with that, as you guys continue your path down, I think we're going to call it for tonight.
All right.
Ready?
Dungeon.
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 Dungeon house.
End screens. We're gonna see if it works this time.
Ooh.